Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Science. We are the RPGeeks, and this is going to be episode 6 of our D&D actual play show, Dungeons and Dragons and Science. It's very, very exciting. So this is basically a show where we play D&D in a sci-fi world with various sci-fi tweaks and skins onto the D&D magics. And then we sort of poke science in the holes where we can. I don't like these people. These people that I have to work with.
Like her.
But who are these people?
People.
I just say normal things, and everyone keeps going bonk, and I'm just like, why bonk? What is the bonk?
We really need a bonk emote for Twitch.
That sounds dangerous.
Anyway, I think we should introduce ourselves. I will go first while you pull yourselves together, people. Sorry, Mum. So, hi, my name is Sharmini. I use she, her pronouns. And in the show, my character is Tenebris, a drow sorcerer who doesn't have that many hit points left at the moment due to shenanigans last episode. Emily Bates.
I am Emily Bates. I use she, her pronouns. I play Infinite Skies 6000, who is a druid droid, and I have 0 spell slots left. Simon.
Hello, I'm the group's tank. My name is Simon, I use he, him pronouns, and I play Uriel, who in our universe is a dwarf monk, and is a cybernetically enhanced person, and is quite possibly going to carry this fight that we find ourselves in at the hands of...
I've got Shillelagh. Yeah.
Shush. It's my intro,
Me?
Bates.
Yeah, I got introed.
And that leaves us to the person who's got us in this fine mess, our one and only Dungeon Master.
That's me. Thank you. My name's Ali. I use he, him pronouns. And I've got to be honest, I've been so looking forward to this day. I've been psyched about it for like 2 weeks.
Sick bastard.
I prepared all of it like 2 weeks ago, and then I had to put it in a special file, lock it away in my computer so I wouldn't look at it and do some actual work. Anyway, so I'm super stoked about it. Right, so without further ado, let's get into it!
Alright, roll the intro, we'll see you on the other side, everyone.
So, where were we?
Don't give us that attitude.
Nice. Aggressive from the outset. What I like. So,
We've had weeks
our
to
3
build up this
misfits, Uriel, Infinity, Tenebris, had met in a mining colony called Vow 25D0 in the foothills of the McKinsey Mountains on the planet of Braxigantu. So here, the colony boss had given them a mission to stop a smuggling ring operating out of a nearby mine. So they intercepted a smuggler's message, they made their way to the mine, avoiding some pretty precarious situations, and they laid a trap for the smugglers. But no one showed up. So confused and increasingly cold, on the foothills of these mountains with the snow beginning to fall, our adventurers sought shelter inside the mine complex itself. There, they confronted an accomplice of the smugglers who fled. They chased her down underground, wearing special protective face masks, which I regret.
Oh, I forgot about the outfits and the masks.
What do you mean you regret that?
Have we all got breathing equipment on, or just the...
You do all have breathing equipment currently on.
Got that. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm the only one who
her-
has the courage to roleplay it, is there anything?
I did a couple, but I can't keep it up. I can't.
You chased this accomplice down underground into the mine passages. And there, you found an unwelcome surprise. As you came through a tiny, squished up little tunnel, which was hidden by a holographic projection, you entered a small cave, illuminated by this sickly green glow of glow sticks hanging on the wall. You smell the musty earth. You see bat guano on the floor. About 20 feet in front of you, a tunnel snakes off into the darkness. On your right, a woman stands. She has plates of black metal replacing parts of her skin. She's completely bald, and her head is also, half of it is plated. She has long, wiry limbs, and she walks gracefully, kind of like a panther or like a dancer. As she moves, the plates scrape quietly against each other. She moves slowly towards you. A mane of jet black hair tumbles down behind her head, and in one hand she carries a dull, metallic, sort of greyish looking object, and in the other, a diamond-bladed chainsaw.
The notes that I had from last time, incidentally, simply said, "Old woman, chainsaw, young man,
Old woman?
steel claw."
She's not especially old looking. I mean,
Maybe just older.
she is graceful.
Okay.
That's the overarching thing you can see about her. She's got this way of moving like a cat. And on your left, you see a slender young man, like almost a boy. He's got soft features, yet to be fully formed. And his arm is augmented with a steel claw, but the skin around the augmentation is still like red raw from what you imagine must have been surgery. And he holds it almost gingerly. In that claw, he's holding a chunk of granite. And at that point, you all rolled initiative. So, I can tell you. Now let me just... First of all...
There's so many
Oh,
music.
the
You'll hear
death
that?
music. Nice.
I'm scared.
So, the initiative is currently... actually, hold up 1 second.
I know I was low. I don't remember what it was.
The first
Also,
up.
talking about your notes, Simon, mine just say fuck. So, put that in there. So I'd clearly given up all hope.
Nice.
So, we've rolled initiative. The order of the party as they were moving through this very tight, cramped cave, this very tight, cramped tunnel towards the cave. Tenebris, you were leading, at Uriel's insistence. Infinity, you were following behind, and at the back of the party, at the back of the line, was Uriel.
Sounds about right.
Now, we enter initiative. Uriel, you are going first. And what would you like to do?
So we are saying that's like a single file passageway, aren't we? So
Yes.
I can't move. I think
Presumably, Uriel hasn't seen what I have seen.
No, but
also,
what
it's-
Uriel,
you have dark vision.
You're-
How dark is the?
Oh shit! We
No,
got
the
all
glow-
the green.
the glow sticks around the cave light up the cave essentially, so it's not dark. But Uriel, you can only see through past the silhouettes of your companions. You can see little bits of glowing green light. You can't see anyone in the cave. You're not even really sure it's a cave, but what you do hear is the rasping of a chainsaw being started up.
If you can see Tenebris, you probably hear her gasp and see her look. If you can...
Now, on my character sheet, I actually do have dark vision, but that's I think
Right.
because I'm dwarf. And I guess we could say that my eyes have been somewhat augmented because so much else of me has been. But okay, I just wasn't aware of that.
Let's just
Uriel,
go.
what are you going to do?
I mean, I can't do much. I think I have to have to hold my action until I'm able to do an action.
What are you holding your action to do exactly?
So right, this is obviously for the benefit of the viewers at home. I can't hold movement, can I? It's actually just like something in my local range that I can do?
Yeah, you can you could hold an action to move, but then you couldn't do something after that. You couldn't attack after that.
Right. Okay. A piece of admin, by the way. Before we go into the fight,
The perfect time for it.
we got a health potion, which was the nanite health potion a little while ago, and I think we agreed that I was the one who had it because nobody else had notes saying that they had it.
Correct.
Yeah. So you have a health potion, Simon.
Right. Well, I feel like I'd hold my. The only thing that he'd want to do is be to get in the cave. Yuri would just want to get in the cave, so hold the action to, after everyone else has moved out of the way, run in and start swinging.
Okay. You could. Yep, that's fine. Just so you know, right? You're looking down past. You're seeing little gaps, right? It's not like the thing is completely jammed. The tunnel is completely jammed by your party.
Okay.
There are some gaps. It's just it's difficult to move through. You wouldn't be able to unimpeded go through.
Would I have enough movement to get to the front of the group?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. So.
Oh, okay. Right. I will snake past then and try and put myself between whatever's in front of me and Tenebris, because she's looking a bit cold and poorly.
Okay. To do that, how are you going to get past them? Are you going to force them out of the way? Are you going to try and sort of slide around them? What are you going to do?
So I've got Infinity in front. I'm gonna be gently try and move past Infinity, and then I'm gonna force Tenebris out of the way.
Where are you? Where are you pushing? Forward? Sideways?
Very gently with Infinity again. Just like, excuse me. Just squeeze past, and then I'm just gonna How tall is Tenebris? She's short, right?
Shorter than you, I expect.
So can I just get an arm over and just try and,
Oh, what are you doing?
because it's not my full width. I can get an arm over the side of her, kind of.
Oh, we're not.
Roll either an athletics
No, I'm
or an
not trying to
acrobatics
go in with
check.
a bar with her. I'm just saying
Just push her out the way.
I'm pushing her out
Uriel.
the way to the side, but I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Right.
But there are people to the side.
Uriel.
That's why I asked.
Are you going to roll
Push me into
athletics
them.
or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Oh, that is a 21.
Yeah. So
Nice.
without issue,
I get the arm over. It's fine.
You get the arm
Get
over.
your arm over.
You slide past the rocks on either side. They're quite dry. You get a foothold on them. You lever yourself past Infinity. Infinity doesn't even realise that you're gone. She's too concentrated.
No.
You get to Tenebris. The arm goes over the top, and you roll over the top of her, diving over because she's tall enough to allow you to do that, however tall that may be. And you land at the mouth of the cave in front of your party. You see in front of you a woman wearing. She's actually wearing black leather clothes, but you can see her skin is plated partially, and she's bald. She's got these plates in her head, and then behind, so she's bald at the top of her head where the plate is, but then behind her drops down this sort of lush mane of black hair. She is the one with the chainsaw that you've heard, and she's holding something in her other hand. You can't quite see what it is. On your left, you see just a young boy. You're looking so quickly that you can really sort of work out what kind of a threat he is, but you can see that he's clearly not in the same league as this woman. So that's your movement.
Okay.
And that's probably eaten about 20 feet, I would have said.
Oh, that
You've
little.
got you got another 5.
Oh, I forgot I was a dwarf. I mean, is there any point in trying to... I'm presuming that the woman is further away than 5 feet.
She is not. No, because it's a very small cave, right? So
okay.
as you've been doing this, she has been walking towards you. That's what Tenebris has been seeing, and you've been hearing the sliding and the hissing of the metal plates sort of scraping against each other. So she's been coming towards Tenebris, and as you've been moving through, she's gotten quite close. You've interposed yourself between the two.
Okay, so I'll use the last bit of movement and go in and strike her with unarmed strike.
Right. So and.
You want to do unarmed strike with the change that you've made?
Oh, is that not what I want? Sorry, I thought it was...
You want to just hit her with your
yes, sorry,
arm,
I see,
and then
yes,
your
I see
bonus
what you mean.
action can be your unarmed strike.
Yes. So basically, sorry, Ali, you were going to explain it.
No. You can explain it, and then we'll just go through it.
But basically, we were talking about this before the session, and seeing how Uriel's arm is quite heavily augmented. Augmented enough to be noticeable at first glance from somebody when we first landed. But it should probably count as being stronger than a normal person's arm. So we're going to treat it as a monk weapon, because it's in line with the class. So, how much damage does that do? I don't actually think I have that written down.
1d6 plus, I think it's your dex as a monk, but let me check for you.
1d6 plus dex mod.
Yeah, that would make sense, because
I think
you're
that's
working
right,
out...
but let me just double check.
Okay. If you want to think about this canonically, guys, it's like I got an upgrade whilst I was on the way down on the lift, presumably.
Yeah, so you can use dexterity instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls. So
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that means it's... Oh, okay, that's pretty good, if I hit. Right, so yeah, I'll
tell
go
me, Uriel, before you strike, how does your arm function as a weapon?
So it's been basically trying to remove organic components. So the bones have been strengthened with rods of metal, and then certain chunks of the skin on top have been removed to allow for like an interface, including sections of the hand. So you're basically swinging as a human fighter would, but sections of it are significantly tougher than bone, and you can't feel pain through them.
It's like being punched with a hammer.
Yeah, exactly. I have knuckle dusters on permanently.
Oh, you built them into your skin. Right, okay.
Metal!
You, rolling over Tenebris land. 3-point hero landing, I'm assuming.
Yeah, superhero landing.
There's a soft... As you hit the guano, splat! It splashes out of the way. You look up. This strange, unearthly figure is coming towards you. Listen, graceful, swinging this chainsaw in front of her feet, just in front of her like that. You stand up. She's close enough. You move your 5 feet forwards, and you strike out. Roll to hit.
Bloody hell, he drops the dice. Great start. So that is and it's my dex mod.
So your
yes?
dex plus your proficiency.
Yeah. So that is a 22.
That is gonna hit.
Let's go!
Yes.
Let's go!
Alright.
Man, rolling really well
Yeah,
today.
rolling
So he's got that
Good
shirt on
damage.
that
I've
you
got
can
the
undo the
shirt
buttons on.
as I get worse, more unbuttons will be undone. Right, okay,
Okay.
1d6 plus dex mod. So I roll a 5, and my dex mod is 3, so 8 points of damage.
Alright, not too shabby at all. You strike out. Your arm, piston propelled, hits her. The solar plexus. You see the ripple push through her skin. The plates. And you feel that one of them bends underneath the force of your blow. She staggers backwards and looks down at the bending crack that you've just put in the plates that cover her body. She looks up at you. She smiles, but you can see gritted teeth. She holds the chainsaw and you see the green glow playing off the diamonds on the blade of the saw.
But then I get to hit her again.
So that's your action. So for your bonus action, you hit her again, right?
Yeah, so she looks down, looks up, and I just sock her in the face with the other hand. I'm swinging,
Right, roll
I'm
to hit.
ambidextrous. Emphasis on the dex. Right, okay, so just gonna roll to hit. Nat 20!
Oh,
Let's
What is happening?
Rip headphone uses. Is that right?
You see her look down. You look up, and it's almost in slow motion. Tenebris, you're looking on, thinking, "Oh my God! I never realised how dangerous this strange man is."
He's a murderer.
The left fist comes, uppercut, hits her in the chin for much damage.
Now, because it's a crit, how does that change things? Because originally it's 1d4 plus 3.
So it's 1d4, and then you multiply whatever number you got on the d4 by 2, and then you add 3.
Right, okay, so watch me get a 1. Come on, baby. No, it's a 3! No, sorry, no, that is a 2. Beg your pardon.
Okay.
All right, so 2 times 2, 4, and
So
then
another
plus
7 points of damage.
Another 7 points of damage.
Nice. Nice.
That would have taken any of us out.
Taking us out. Yeah.
Give me
Her
a
head's-
1-2.
Her head snaps back as the knuckles of your fist connect with the underside of her jaw. She reels back again, takes a step back, centers herself, looks at you. Blood starts trickling. from her mouth where she's bitten her tongue.
Oh.
The smile is gone now, and now it's just a grimace of fury.
Help!
That's it for you, Uriel. Now, to your left, Uriel, the young man looks almost a little bit taken aback by the ferocity of what's just happened. He looks at the woman, looks down, looks at his iron claw, raises it up, and turns to look at the rest of the party, sees what looks like the most fragile looking person, and runs at you, Tenebris, with a brings down his fist.
I feel like
And-
he's being coerced. I think we should be nice to him.
Rolls
Gonna yell out, "Don't!" as he does it.
rolls a 20 to hit, non-natural.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks,
This is it.
Nevri.
This is it. No!
How many hit points do you have?
He's only got a
Tenebris?
rock.
I have 6 hit points.
All right.
She got a rock. She's gonna hit me with a rock. I don't want to
That
hit me with a
is
rock.
4 plus 1.
She's alive!
So
Oh,
that
I
is
was
tight.
Wait, how many
Uh,
plus what? I just heard 4 plus.
4 plus
4
1.
plus 1, so 5 points of damage.
That Doctor Strange gif where he's like, 1 remaining.
So, and with that, brings it down on your head, and your vision goes blurry, Tenebris. You collapse to the floor, and you look up, and you can hear the panting of this young man. You can see that the rock has now completely hit the floor. He's almost been pulled down by the weight of it, and he's looking at you. He's almost not comprehending what he's done to you, and you feel the warm trickle of blood down your forehead. Which brings us to your turn. What are you going to do?
I'm so excited.
As we are both, like, me and this guy are having a little moment on the floor. Like, so he's low, right? He's kind of
He's been pulled
bent
down by the
over,
weight
yeah.
of his rock. So yes, he's
and
down
I'm
on one knee.
down. We're close, and I'm gonna say to him like relatively quietly, like almost like we're having this like this sudden like calm moment in the midst of everything. I'm gonna say, please don't make us have to hurt you.
What are you trying to do?
Just talk to him with her lovely.
I think I'm trying to convince him. I think I'm trying, like, very desperately to avoid having to do anything else, and I'm trying to like really get across the intensity of this moment just between the two of us.
Okay. All right. So roll a. You could choose. It's either persuasion or intimidation.
Yeah, I know. I don't. I mean, it's the same for both, but it sort of depends on how he takes it. I think I'm going to take it as persuasion.
All right.
'Cause I don't think the situation is very intimidating. That's a 13 on persuasion.
Down on the ground, you look at him. You reach out. You try and coax him. You modulate your voice. You try and make it just the two of you. Bring him close. And you ask him to think of himself, to think of you as a human, but you can see that he's not thinking clearly. He's scared, absolutely, but is he scared of you? Or is he scared of her? He looks at you and shakes his head and grabs the rock, pulling it up as though he's going for another strike. So that's your action. You've still got movement, bonus action left.
I will. I can't move away from him. I will. I should have done this in the first place. But I will stand up and I will face him and I will bring my hands close together, ready. And I will just twist them slightly, and in his head I will say, "I'm sorry about this." And then I will hold it because I'm out of stuff.
Okay. That brings us to where, as you do that, you reach out and you can see a moment of sheer confusion. He looks behind him, looks around him, looks back at you. He is befuddled by what's just happened. Now we come to the woman. She lifts herself up her full height. You see Uriel in front of you. She starts to swing the saw. Balletic almost. She's, in the Olympics when they do the sort of interpretive dance stuff, where they have the sort of pole with the sort of ribbon on it.
Yeah.
She starts to move like that. It's as though the tip of the saw is moving around her, undulating in a sort of helical pattern. She starts to twist and swirl, and then she leaps forward at you and scythes you across the chest. She rolls. That's an 18 to hit.
Oh, I'm AC 16, so that does hit.
And okay, yeah, but you're not in melee with the other guy, so that's all right.
Is it? Doesn't sound all right, Ali.
It's guts. I mean, it's better for you, believe me. So you feel the tips of the diamonds cutting down into your collarbone. The blood spurts, and you receive 7 points of damage. 5 plus 2.
Is it raining in here, by the way?
Oh, it's raining in where I am.
Oh, I thought that was you playing it for
That was
us.
the sound effects.
Yeah.
No, but it's quite loud. Like, it's incredibly
wow.
loud. But yeah, that's actually the sound of your blood spattering against the wall.
Oh no, my blood!
So
I
dark.
need that for now.
It's actually. Yeah. So, can you hear me all right? Because it is very loud.
Yeah, just
loud.
about.
Are you in like a
Right.
tin can?
So, I am in a tin can actually. I wonder if there's a way that.
Ali's
Sailing
actually a
around the
borrower, in
sun?
case anyone didn't know.
Oh, so cute.
Okay. I know what I'm going to do.
This is so much blood!
Jesus God. Okay, wait.
Uriel, there!
Momentary pause.
Slayer have just got in touch. Their lawyers are filing a cease and desist.
Wait, it stopped.
Hear me now.
Yes.
That
Yes.
better?
Well, I mean,
your audio
the rain
quality
has
is bad,
gone.
but the rain has gone, so yeah, that is better.
guys, I'm fine. I've stopped bleeding. Listen,
How much blood is inside you?
very little anymore.
Oh no, we've lost. We can't hear
No,
you.
I've lost you, Al.
No,
You've gone.
Please hold. Sorry, everybody.
no.
Can't hear you at all. So, chat, who do you think is going to die first? Can we do a prediction? Mods,
The
can we do
woman.
a
No, still no. Simon, how many hit points does Uriel have left at the moment?
3.
Cool.
I've still got full hit
Can't hear you
points.
so
But,
early.
my
Oh, look at me! My name's Billy Big Bollocks,
gone
and I
yet.
have full hit points.
I'm hiding in the tunnel.
No, still no. Nothing.
People
Ali.
are saying. I mean, our friend Alex is actually in the chat saying that
Just
Uriel
go
will
with
die
that. We're
first.
just going to have to go with that, right?
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he's gone. Ali, no.
It's so close. So close.
I will take over as DMing. That both the opponents die, and
I don't know.
It was
Okay,
their blood
While
splattering.
Ali can't tell us to stop.
Yeah.
The kid is like not into it as much.
Yeah, but she doesn't like.
No one knows that.
Still gonna.
really. Yeah.
Well, even if you could tell that, like, he's still going to try and kill us because.
oh yeah, no,
kill
no,
him if he
absolutely.
doesn't. So
I'm just saying. It
danger-wise,
helps. Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe we just have to beat one of them, and maybe he'll stop.
I just have to not go down in the next round.
Oh,
But I think that's
Ali's
me
just
too.
messaged. He thinks they've had a power cut.
Oh
so
wow!
Ask.
Because
Oh,
of
we're about
that
to
weird
go funny.
storm that's happening.
I am now in the DM seat.
Who's in the middle? Who's in
It's
the middle?
not raining here.
Right, Sharmini is now me. I am now Ali.
Hi.
Hi, I am. Oh, I'm split in half. Whoa.
Ali's internet has rolled a natural 1. It was actually carried away by the flood. He is now flooded. More news at 6. Incidentally, the temperature in my room has gone up by 1.3 degrees since we started the stream. I'm concerned that I will die if it continues at this rate.
The shirt will come off, everyone. And if that's not a reason to stick around, I don't know what to.
We don't have
I
Brendan
already have a
Fraser,
thing, Charmony. I think eventually you're not going to be able to get away with it anymore. And I want to talk about how you can talk in people's heads with science.
You don't know that I can do that, so you can't ask me. Oh, wait, no,
You
but
said
you
it in
do
the story.
normally.
People at home will want to know.
Oh yeah.
So
It's all tied together. I
Should we
can't
have
do
a
one bit
little-
without the other bits.
Twitch chat, do you have any questions for us about
Alex,
like,
shut up about proteins, you basic biochemistry. Sorry.
Wait, is this
Alex?
Is this Alex?
That's Alex.
Alex.
Alex! Alex! I didn't
Alex,
know
we
that.
love you.
Hey, friend.
Who's Alex?
Never met him before.
Spermatocord.
Oh my god, I'm back.
Why?
How is this even possible?
Alex? Why?
Oh,
right.
I'm DM now.
I hate to break it to you, Ali, but we are in the wrong order. No, we're not. We're great.
Oh.
No, we're good.
Oh, we're good. Okay. Wow, that was terrifying. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did
Did
your
you?
lights go out?
Yeah. We just had a complete power out. Because I think it's that thunderstorm that's supposed to be happening, and I live in the middle of nowhere now. So, yeah.
Whilst you were gone, we resolved the combat. There's nothing else to worry about.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, God, I mean, that takes a bit of the pressure off, you know. That's grand. Okay. Can you hear? Okay, good. Can you hear this? Are you good for sound for the moment?
Yeah, this is the slightly dodgy but much cleaner sound. That makes sense.
All right. Good. Right. So
We've lost the music in Atmos though.
that's all right because that's coming right back at you.
When we can hear the rain as loudly as before on this microphone, we know we need to worry for Ali's safety. I can just start to get hints of rain. So it makes it sound
maybe
like it's a
we're
sense.
going to get the rain next though, right? Like,
I was going to say, where in London? Let's not
not
dox
in
anyone. But
I mean, in the West, I don't get the thunder until tomorrow lunchtime. So it's presumably...
Can you hear that? Are you hearing that music?
no.
No, unless it's by John Cage.
Oh yeah. No, I know what's happening. Professionals.
Going so great. This happens every stream. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Right. So where were we? I'll tell you where we were. Boom. So, this woman with the clad in black leather with a tail of long black hair down her, swarming and swirling in front of you, Simon, had brought the chainsaw down. So much so that it was raining blood in the cave, and you heard it against your earballs because that's how rain works. And you had taken a horrific 7 damage.
Oh god.
Correct?
Yep, still alive, baby. I'm very badly injured.
Positive thoughts, everyone.
And she looks at you. She slams the chainsaw down in the rock. You hear it buries itself in there. She grabs you by the shoulder. She pulls it forward and she licks the blood off your robes. And then she stares at you.
Madam? Not cool.
Infinity. You see in front of you Uriel dive past you, enter the cave, disappear from your view, and then the mangled screams of what you know to be your friend. In front of you, you've seen Tenebris look to the right and then be slammed down to the floor by someone wielding something that you can't quite see. What will you do?
Can I use my movement to move out so I can see either side?
Absolutely. So you can reach any part of this combat now, but if you just know that the young guy who you see as you go past, as soon as you try and go past him, you're within his range.
Okay. So I can't get to the woman without taking an attack of opportunity from the young guy?
Well, no.
No. Okay. The woman has a chainsaw, which seems way more dangerous. I'm gonna run past and try and run straight to the woman.
Okie doke. So, you try and squeeze your way between Tenebris and this young man. He looks up at you, reaches out with his other hand, and tries to hit you on your way past. He rolls a natural 2 plus 3, so that's a 5 to hit.
Doesn't. Hooray! Gosh.
Wild-eyed, still almost thinking as though he can hear something. He's looking around behind, sees you squeeze past him, swings out, flails at you. It misses you entirely. You.
Sorry, excuse me. And I'll run straight up to the woman.
Can you do the full-on Siri? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. As you shimmy past.
That's really good.
Now, you turn around, you see in front of you Uriel engaged with this flailing, dancing sort of dervish. Tenebris on the floor, looking very badly injured, with this young man picking up this rock as though he's going to go for her again. What was your
Can I flank the woman with Uriel?
You absolutely
Get to the
can,
other side. I've got quite a lot of movement, so hopefully that's all right.
Yes.
And then-
Long, leggy strides. You move up behind her.
I am shocking everyone. Bonus action. Shillelagh.
Hey! Tick that off the bingo card.
Wait, so what happens? What happens?
So when I cast Shillelagh, my robot arm starts it looks like it's sprouting branches and things, but actually it's just transforming and becoming this knobbly, gnarled club. And I will turn to her and say, "Hello, I'm Infinite Sky 6000, and I don't really like you." And I want to whack around the back of the head.
Excellent. That's exactly what I like to hear. So that's roll that with advantage.
Non-natural 20.
Excellent. That definitely.
Thank God it was advantage, because the first one was a 1.
Okay. Roll damage.
8 points of damage.
Oh, what? 8?
8.
Whoa.
Yeah. I get a D8 plus 4 if I'm cast Shillelagh.
8 points of damage. You bring this gnarled root cover, these the cables that are stretched out and crawled across your arm to form this sort of almost bark-like surface around your fist. The arm is now gone, just to be replaced with this sort of almost like a log, like part of a tree stump that has become your arm, with these roots, metallic roots crawling up it. You backhand down on the back of the head of this leather-clad woman. You knock her down. She hits the floor on her knees. Surprised, taken aback, and now, for the first time, as she looks over her shoulder at you, you see a glint of fear in her eyes.
Serial number 86919726 PMGB1530ML.
No!
I wanted to know my name before she dies.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well, that's happened.
That's dark.
So that's your...
happened.
She looks down at you with her glowing eyes like, know my name, bitch. Smashes her with a shillelagh arm.
Is that bonus action to cast Shillelagh and then action to use it as a...
Yeah, that's my whole turn. Yeah.
Excellent, that's your movement, right? Okay, so back to the top of the order, Uriel. You have felt almost close to death as you've been sawn close to in half. It's gotten to your ribcage. Thankfully, some of the augmentations that you have cleverly put in place have blocked the blade from coming any closer. From your damaged position, just flailing against the back of the cave, pinioned by this blade, you see the long, slender figure of Infinity crush down on the skull of the person who did this to you, bringing her to the floor. And now you have a chance to do something.
I think... Well, okay, right. So am I still in engagement range of Scary Woman?
Yes, you are. So you and Infinity are sort of on either side.
Feels bad. Letting Tenebris tank the young man. Right, now the order went me, then the young man?
Yeah.
It wasn't Tenebris.
It's you, young man, Tenebris, woman, me.
Oh, God. Right, so my thinking is, if I disengage, she's going to get the attack of opportunity. But if I...
if you disengage, she won't.
Do I not?
If you use the disengage action.
That's your action.
But can you use a bonus action if you don't make an attack? I don't think you can you? So you can't actually do any damage if you do that.
I can't even, like, interpose between the guy and Tenebris.
Oh, you could get in the way, I guess.
Because my thinking is, if I do, I'm just concerned that any attack is going to kill Tenebris now.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a low AC, you've got 1 hit point.
We also have a potion.
Okay, wait, can you use those in combat?
It's an entire action, but you can, yeah.
Action.
Right, so I couldn't run over and apply the potion to
You
Tenebris.
could. It would take you an action.
Yeah.
But not bonus, because the
You could do it
action would be
yourself as a bonus
disengage.
action.
Oh yes, you couldn't disengage and give someone a potion. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's an action, not a
What are you
bonus
gonna
action.
do, Uriel?
But also she's like, I don't know.
Character-wise, Uriel would definitely want to protect Infinity instead of protecting Tenebris.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've got to go for the Uriel's classic
Yes,
crotch punch.
I would if I were you.
So from like staggered down, pinned down, I'm gonna, push the chainsaw away. Sorry, chainsaw. That was a 40k slip, and then go in for the attack. Aim for the crotch area. Tried and true.
All right, roll to hit.
Come on, this is where I've used up all of my hot dice rolls. It's gonna fluff this. That's a 16.
16 hits. Yes.
And with my newfangled arm, that's 1d6 plus dex. So get ready for... Oh, bloody hell. Get ready for a whole load of damage. It's... 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
Clang!
You drive the fist down into the small of her back, pinioning her against the floor. You hear breath is expelled from her body, and she rolls to look up at you. She looks very bad, but there's strength left in her arms as she pushes herself up from the floor.
I'm gonna hit her again. Now, can I attempt to
boy.
non-lethal her?
You can.
It's the same difficulty, right? It's just that I'm going to take her
Yes.
down to... Right. So I will attempt to non-lethal her. Because that worked so well for us last time.
And remember, you're rolling with advantage because she's flanked with Infinity.
Okay. Right, so the first one is... Oh, pretty sure that's it. That's a 22.
Roll to see if you get a crit.
Yeah. No, 22 is the best I got. And
20
so
definitely hits.
this is the unarmed one, so this is now 1d4 plus 3. God, I hate d4s. They're not really dice. That is a 3 on the dice, so 6 points of damage.
She pushes herself up. You can see that she's bent to the side, crippled almost. She raises herself up to stand in front of you, swaying. She makes to lift the chainsaw, and you sucker punch her in the nose. And just like that, she falls like a leaf. Releases her left hand, and the grey metal object falls to the floor. A wave of sound emanates from this object as it smacks into the rock beneath it. I need you all to make a Constitution save.
Oh,
I was not expecting that. Oh.
Todd Howard, you've done it again. Right, okay.
Constitution save, did you say?
Yep.
14.
16.
18. Come on.
Excellent. So, 14, was that Infinity? You are knocked backwards into the wall. Dust trickles down around your neck. You take 2 points of damage. Uriel, knocked back against the wall. You stagger, hold yourself, pushing against this wall of noise. You take 1 point of damage. Tenebris.
Oh, god damn it!
You got the
Lifted up.
highest.
Off your feet and slammed into the roof of the cave. You fall to the ground and you take 1 point of damage.
No!
That's very sad.
No! You
I'm
got
very,
it! I was so proud.
very, very sad about that. Damn you, half damage. Yeah, Tenebris just slams. She's already limp and unconscious by the time she hits the floor from hitting the ceiling, and she's just like smushed into the guano-y rock.
Oh,
Smushed is never a word you want to hear in the context of biology.
you've been smushed.
Right, so. Hang on a second. Let me just.
What did the guy get?
Right.
What did little lad get? How's he doing?
The flesh has been torn from his skeleton.
He also has been forced backwards 10 feet away from Tenebris' prone body. So he catches himself against the wall, staggers backwards, holding this rock in one hand, and the gravity of the situation suddenly dawns on him. He looks to the prone body of Tenebris. He looks over at you, Uriel, bloodstained, spattered in gore, and then to you, Infinity, the rage building inside you. He sees your features furrowed and drawn, and your machine eyes trained on him. He runs. He is going to run, full movement plus dash, down the corridor away from you. And in order to do that, he's going to have to pass you, Infinity. He's going to go through your range.
Is this the corridor that we came down, or a corridor on the
No,
other
this
side?
is the one on the other side of the cave.
Okay.
I will be smacking him with my shillelagh if that's okay.
That very much is okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, not good. 10.
With a 10, you bring your shillelagh down against the metal of his claw, and he is knocked off balance, but manages to right himself and continues to move, and he's running now.
No, you need to come back here right now.
Your words echo down the corridor of the cave. You come back now! The figure's running, moving fast. Is now maybe 45 feet at the end of his turn, away from you all. And now we come to Tenebris. Tenebris, make a death saving throw.
6.
Ah!
Worse. Didn't worse. It's all right. He's gone. She's out. It's all good.
He lies there, still. Infinity. Now it's your turn. Actually, but before it is, I'll make a death saving throw for. Yeah. So the woman gets a 20 on her death save, so she's alright.
If Simon did.
Oh, did she get a natural 20?
Yes,
no, sorry, ignore
Simon
that.
did do non-lethal, so.
Yeah.
So
Ignore
she's
that.
not doing
just
death
knocked out.
saves. Yeah.
You could have said you roll a natural 20 to see if she pops back up with 1, because that's what would have happened.
Yeah, that's what would have happened if it was.
If it was on death saves, which we've decided we're not doing, so.
But you could have said. I mean, if you were being mean, but you're not, and I love you, Ali. Good decision. Well done. I love it.
I would have been mean, but still.
I would have been. I would have been so horrible.
Yes, I know you would have been.
You wait for this weekend. And Infinity is going to look at Uriel and say, "You've got the potion."
Yeah, I've got it.
And she's going to peg after the guy. So
Oh!
I've got 35 feet of movement.
35 feet, so you're 10 feet behind him.
Yeah, but I've got a dash action if I want it. So
Do.
can I get past him and just like stand in front of him in the corridor?
If you were to stand right in front of him, then you wouldn't trigger an attack. You'd be moving.
Yeah, I'd have to get right in front of him. Yeah, like stay within his melee range, but get in front.
Yeah,
of him.
because you're
Try
not
and, like,
moving through it. You're just moving into it. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you can do that.
I will do that. I can't do anything else, but I just want to get in the way.
Okay. All right. So you do that. You push yourself. You just running full pelt down this darkened cavern like corridor. You see him. You hear the sound of his footfalls in front of you. You catch up to him, your long levers moving quickly, and you interpose yourself, hands almost touching the width of the corridor. Standing in front
You
of
hurt my friend.
Oh
him.
God.
His eyes are just swiveling wildly. He is not okay. Uriel?
So
Can I-
I'm
Yeah.
like very badly hurt. Can like crawl over to Tenebris. So do I? Right, from a game perspective, is it better to try and stabilize her or use the potion?
Potion.
Absolutely potion.
Well. So I would say, if you think we're going to be fighting again, then do the potion now when we're not in combat and it doesn't take a whole turn. If you think we can hang around for an hour and be absolutely fine, then we don't need to use the potion, and you'll be able to use hit dice and have the effects of a short rest if you manage to stabilize me.
If you manage to stabilize her.
I feel like, considering that the characters are in this mine, we're surrounded by people, we'd probably anticipate that we couldn't stick around for an hour unmolested.
That's fair.
So-
Also, if you try and to stabilize me and fail, and that's your action, and I roll a nat 1 on my next
He's
death
dead.
save, then I'm dead.
Yeah. So I'm going to crawl over, rummage around in my robes, which apparently have pockets. It has pockets.
It has pockets.
Get the nanite. Somebody please do a fan art of that. Infinity with his hands in his monk robes, going. It has pockets.
Infinity.
Sorry, Uriel.
Infinity with her hands in
Infinity
your
totally
robes,
has pockets,
Uriel.
just like built in. Cass,
that-
you drew pockets, right?
That was a Freudian slip from within universe. Uriel wishes he was Infinity.
It's true.
So I'm gonna fumble for the nanite potion and just be like, look down at the body and just like stab the nanite potion in somewhere.
Remember,
Shit, is
this
that
is-
how that works? Oh,
It's like a little
no.
tiny sort of handheld gun with the potion like a kind of test tube stuck in and
Oh,
then the needle
right.
pointing out.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look down and be like, just sort of put the gun in somewhere. Uriel's not particularly fussed where.
Not my face!
A thigh. A thigh.
I mean, it's
Come
probably
on,
like if you're
fucking
sprawled.
thigh.
So you went up, you hit the ceiling, and then you
face
clanged
down.
down. So it's probably in your bum.
The butt.
I'll be honest.
In my bum. That's
Yeah.
quite good. Yeah, okay.
Up the butt.
It's not up the butt. No.
No, that would be. But probably also well.
I didn't mean it like that.
This is the weirdest enema in history.
Potion
That
enema.
still works. Not in the bloodstream.
Yeah. Okay, actually, that's a good
Maybe.
point. I will put it up the butt,
Maybe
and the
that's
nanites
true.
will go faster into the bloodstream.
Chance of
Maybe
opportunity. Would it be quicker into the bloodstream if you injected
No, but surely
a
directly
medicine
into the
butt?
Intramuscular is the
Into the-
fastest.
into the blood is surely the fastest way
Yeah.
to get it in the blood. I mean, I guess you want to.
Okay, yeah.
to
Yeah, cool. Great.
Into the bum.
Very nice.
Nanites go in.
Into the bum.
Health points come out.
The plunger slams down. You see the twinkling grey matter of the potion slowly be emptied into the bum of Tenebris. And now, so let me I'll just double check that. So that's 2d4 plus 2.
I did make a note of this. previously.
Or yeah.
2d4 plus 2 is what I had for, so that's what it's
Yeah,
Oh, that's
2d4
what you
plus
want.
2 is what you gave it to us as. Potion of minor healing.
who's gonna roll it? Shall I roll it?
It's your bum.
It's my bum. Right. Oh, a 3,
Nice. It's gonna be up to full at this rate.
4, 5, 6. Nearly.
Nice.
Excellent. Your breath comes back to you, Tenebris. And with that, no, we're going to stay in. We're going to stay in initiative
Yeah.
just for a little longer. Okay,
Oh,
so
gosh.
Tenebris back to 6 hit points. Infinity, it's now your turn again.
Okay. Is it? Because Uriel went, and I had the man going after Uriel.
Yeah. Well, so
It was the man
sorry,
next.
So
wasn't
Tenebris,
it?
it's now
Yeah.
your turn. Oh, yeah.
It should be the man in my head.
Thanking all of you. Apologies, read that completely wrong because of the rain beating on my skull. Yes. The slender young man in front of you sees you blocking the path. Deep breathing. Please, I'll tell you anything you want. And with that, we will drop out of initiative. He's stood in front of you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, it's not. This isn't real. It's not me.
Tenebris, are you alive?
I'm gonna like hear that and just sort of very like slowly just sort of like pull my face out of the ground and just sort of be like, yes.
Okay.
I put the stuff in her bum. It's all good.
That sounds great. Uriel, well done. Turn around. Go back into the room. You're going to have a chat with my friends.
Yes, Mum. And with that,
I'm just gonna
we'll take our break.
Gently push him.
Ooh, we're going on a break. Gosh.
Oh my god. Emily, but I'm glad I'm alive for his sake. Let alone
That was pretty
mine.
dramatic from all angles.
Yeah.
Gotta say, the old Uriel crotch punch never fails. The surest way to a man's heart is through his crotch.
Oh no.
Right, 28.
Not up his butt, which is the
No.
best way for a nanite potion.
No, that's the worst way for all.
Sounds like a thing for a science. Sorry, a Dungeons the DnDebrief.
DnDebrief.
My room has been warming very consistently by 0.1 of a degree per every 10 minutes.
How many buttons do we get on right now?
We haven't needed to change any. The luck is good.
We've had some good rolls.
Yeah, it's
We've
been
rolled
very
well.
nice.
Yeah.
Right, so we will
was
take a quick break. We'll pop you guys on our BRB screen. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes just so we can collect our thoughts and prepare for the post-fight discussion. It's going to be like a Joe Rogan episode. Right, okay, we'll be back very shortly, everybody. See you soon.
See you in a bit.
So, where we left the party, Tenebris lying on the floor of the cave, suddenly reinvigorated, still trying to work out what's just happened. Infinity, standing like a sentinel, blocking the tunnel leading away from the cave. In front of you, drooped head, slouched, the figure of one of your assailants from the fight you just squeaked through. Uriel, in incredible pain. Your body sheared from the collarbone to the ribcage. Knelt by Tenebris, having given your last healing potion to her. You see, coming round the corner, the figure of the man who just attacked Tenebris.
I'm gonna very painfully get to my feet and be like, no! Stop right there, you can't get to her again.
No, it's fine. You're not going to hurt anyone now, are you?
No, ma'am. No.
Oh,
It's on
thank
the
God.
floor.
The young man looks up at you, sits down on the floor, and cradles his head in his hand. And you just hear a soft whimpering.
Tenebris is gonna stand up, wobbling slightly, look at him, and just be like, "Why did you hit me?"
I had orders.
But we are nice. Why hit?
You don't cross Raunak.
Oh,
Rona.
Is that Raunak? I point at the woman.
No, that's not Raunak.
Oh, talking of her, Uriel, I think we found another use for your belt. Tie her up.
I just look down at my belt and look at her and be like, yeah, I was getting too warm anyway.
100
You
foot
can keep your
belt.
clothes on. It's
It's just quite breezy when you don't have this on, but that's fine.
We're in a cave.
Yeah, it's pretty cold in the cave. You can hear the rain from all the way down here. This is insane that you can hear this on Ali's microphone still,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual flood here, so we're getting that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you reach down, you truss up this woman like a chicken, the plates bending and creaking beneath the force of the ropes. She's tied up now, lying in the ground.
What's your name? To the young man.
Ari Coreyhurst.
Ari, what? Sorry.
Coreyhurst. And he's sobbing very gently now.
Look, we're not going to hurt you as long as you don't try.
Sorry.
Just don't hurt my friends, and I won't hurt you.
I'm sorry. I won't. But please, don't send me back.
Send you back where?
I can't face Raunak again. Not if I've given in to you.
Wait, is Raunak here?
Is that not why you're here?
We're here for fossils.
We're archaeologists.
We dig.
Yay!
Put it back.
He looks at each one of you in turn. Confusion fighting for fear in his features. You can see it play out in his mind if he's going to try and challenge that. And then he decides, absolutely not. Of course you are. I'm so sorry, I didn't recognize you.
Harry, it's fine. We can just have a nice conversation now.
Why don't we have nice conversation with no pain? A nice conversation with answers, but you will want to give us answers, so it will all be nice. And then you can run away and be like, "Oh, I didn't tell them anything. I didn't say anything. I got them good," and then run away. So then you don't have to be scared of that.
He's going to know. He'll find out that I don't send me back. At this point, you hear a noise coming from the body of the woman. It's a rustling, deep, dark. Ronak. This is Ronak. Gronk, if you have done your job, well done. Come back. And if you're dead, welcome to the thorns in my side. I'll be waiting for you.
Ari, do you have a way of communicating with Raunak?
No, that's not me. That's not me. That's her. That's
okay,
the communicators they've got.
But he would know that you were with her, yes? How does it work?
Can I show you?
Not yet. What was the thing that she was holding? Not the chainsaw, I know what that is, but what's the other thing?
He looks over on the ground towards this strange metallic shape. It's grey, but there seems to be something more about it. You can't quite tell just from a cursory look. He looks at it, and you can see when he does, there is a fear to it. It's like as though he was stood next to a caged animal.
Ooh.
He looks at it.
Metal object, you say?
Yes. Metallic looking.
Can I do an intelligence check, like a history check on it, because we reappropriated my stone cunning to metallic objects?
Well, we reappropriated it to metal work and sort of steel work. You can have a look at it, right? And we'll see if you get to use that ability on it.
Okay.
If you want.
So I just get that ability is +5 to history check.
Okay, so roll your. So you don't just sort of go up to something and be like, hey, I'm going to roll a history check on this. You either going to try and work out where you've seen something before, or maybe you're just going to try and have a close look at something to try and work out more about it. You know.
I want to see if I can tell how it works from looking at it.
Right. So that's an investigation check.
Okay. Right, that's definitely a lesser modifier. That's fine. Oh, sorry, that's cocked. 17.
17. You get up close to it. You walk up to it. As you approach it, Infinity, you see that Ari shrinks slightly away from it.
Ari, it's okay.
Uriel, you kneel down on the floor and look at it. You get your eyes up close to it. The surface is grey, metallic, but as you look closer, you see under the surface almost dusky kind of colours flickering. It's like fractals beneath it. They're sucking your eyes in. There's these colours almost dancing beneath it, but as soon as you look away and then look back, it's a sort of grey slab again. You had to concentrate and watch it to see them. Looking closer with that roll, you can see that it's not just a sort of block. What it looks like is it's almost crystalline, as though something has had crystals growing out of it, and they've grown for a long enough time to form a sort of a kind of random looking rock, but they've grown on top of something.
Cool.
Okay. Why are you afraid of this thing?
You never really know what they're going to do.
With this? What does it do?
Well, you saw, didn't you? You saw, and that's not even how you use it. You know, that just fell from her hand. if you use it properly and you hit the ground with that, it's so much more powerful. But we don't know. I'm not even allowed to touch them.
What do you call them?
Raunak calls them artifacts.
Are there many more?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what we do. That's why we're here. We're finding it.
How many artifacts have you found, do you think? Are you talking 1, 2, 100?
I couldn't say it. I've only been here maybe a week. I've only been to the site just the one time, and then I was put here and to guard. I'm not part of the inner circle.
I think our archaeology and paleontology cover story was not as innocent as we had maybe thought.
Maybe. Uriel, do you mind if I take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
I
don't want to touch it. I'm just going to move out of the way.
I'm going to go over, and does it look at all like any of the filings and things that I saw in...
No, not the filings, Jesus.
That you saw in the
Muscle.
flesh.
Oh.
Yeah, can I... Oh, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking of, but just what can I discern from it?
So you're looking specifically to see if you can see a similarity between the two. Yeah. Roll an investigation check.
9.
You look closer and you see the same things as Uriel. The grey, metallic surface, and underneath these shifting, dusky colours. It's grey metal, a lot like the stuff that you saw peppering the body of Darax. But you couldn't say more, really.
Ari, is this safe to carry?
Oh, aye, if you...
Sorry. Unintentional rhyme. That made me laugh a lot. I apologize.
Rhyming is fun.
As long as you don't drop it, you can pick it up. If you have the balls.
Ari, you want to run away. How will you get away? Where they won't find you. We want you to be safe.
Do we?
I want you to be safe as well. I want to be safe as well. Yes.
If Tenebris wants you to be safe, then I want you to be safe too.
And if Infinity wants you to be safe, I want you to be safe.
That makes me feel a lot better. Oh, thank you. You could just let me go. I could leave. Right now, I could leave.
But I also want my friends to be safe, and I'm worried you're going to go tell somebody.
The only person I could tell is down there. And he points down the tunnel that he was running originally.
Is that Raunak?
Before you go, please can you give us all of the details and information? Like when you have prisoner and you say you have to tell everything. Yes, you have to tell everything now, but we will not hurt you.
Please.
We are nice, we do not hurt, but you do have to tell anyway.
Of course. So.
Also, we could hurt you quite a lot if we wanted to.
Which we don't.
No, because Tenebris wants you to be safe, so we shan't.
Yes. We are nice.
And you promised to let me go afterwards.
Tenebris?
We don't need you to. I will promise for myself. I am not.
As long as you promise never to hurt either of my friends ever again.
I promised, done deal.
Then that's fine.
You're gonna leave this cave alive. It's fine.
Okay. So there's a wall. I don't know how to describe it, but there's some sort of power. It's when I went and stood before it, I couldn't focus. I could barely think. But they can. They're alright. But it's huge. It's so big, I've never seen anything like it. Deep under the earth. If you follow those tunnels, you go down, you go through the sunken river and then past the holes, you'll find it. It's alongside the ravine. I never know how deep it is. You have to walk for a day, maybe more. When I saw it, it made me feel like I was looking at something bigger than my mind could even comprehend. But I only saw it for a second, and I was taken away. I was sent up here to guard the entrance.
When you said they were alright, who do you mean?
Brownack and the people he works with, you know, the gang.
How many we will need? Troop numbers and location and defensive positions.
And serial numbers.
Yes. Oh, if you had their serial numbers, that would be very useful.
Well, I don't know all of that. I can't vouch for that, but I can tell you. There's Raunak. He's the worst. You must fear him. And he's the only one who really... He's the leader. He's the only one who everyone listens to. Then there's a woman. I don't know where she's from, but she's no one of the... She's no like us, you know? She's strange. I've never talked to her. Everyone keeps away from her, except for Raunak. They talk. Then of course you got Spoe, and I think maybe she came past here before you. I think you saw her.
Oh, the little one?
Old woman?
Aye, she's small, she's a bit older, yeah.
Big eyebrows.
Yeah, really bushy ones.
Are you saying that she's a really dangerous criminal? Because she looked like an old woman, I'm not going to lie to you.
Uriel, that's very ageist.
There's a little bit.
She looked very frail and squishy and organic and...
I think all organic people look squishy, but I still think they're dangerous.
I like her. She's always been nice to me. I don't think she's the same type as Brownack, but she's certainly important. And then of course there's Darax. You met him, didn't you? In the camp.
Yes, we're not too worried about Darax.
No. We saw him come through.
When?
Just before you. Like some hours. That's how we knew to be ready. That's why we're standing here, ready to take you on.
Things make more sense now. Carry on.
That's it. That's all I know. I've never seen anyone else.
And you said it takes a day underground to get to this deposit of artifacts.
Aye. If you've a boat. Without a boat, I don't know. It may be long.
I have some questions. Could we get a boat? Is there somewhere we could go to sleep? And should we kill her?
He looks over towards the prone body of the woman. You see him shiver a little bit. But his face hardens. He chews his finger and then looks up at you and says, almost in a whisper, Yes, you should.
Who, is she in the gang?
Aye, that's Gronk.
Right. And super dangerous. We shouldn't even talk to her. Just, you're saying, take her out now.
You do as you please, but please, God, I beg you, let me go before you wake her up.
Yes, that's fine. Uriel, she attacked you with a chainsaw, so what do you think we should do to her?
Well, she might have some information that we need. We need to find a boat, for example. Don't know if she'd actually tell us it, but at the same time, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
This seems like more than a smuggling operation now, doesn't it?
Well, we originally came here because there was shipments of, was it magnetite or something that was going missing?
But the wall of power that Ari just spoke about.
Yeah.
We have to find out what is going on and stop it. Then we get paid for a job.
Yes.
Good, honest work. No one get hurt.
Well, you say that, looking over at like the woman on the
We've
floor.
both been hurt.
Oh, yes.
Look, I don't care about the job. I just want to make sure you two are okay.
We're fine.
We will be fine after rest. And we don't need to hurt anyone.
Ari, is there anyone else like around here then? You said the only person you could warn was down that tunnel. Is there anybody else here in the mine? And who is that shuffling around?
In your background, Ali.
It's a ghost of Christmas past.
What is happening?
There is some shuffling going on.
That's some old guy with a beard. He's bringing 2 of every animal into Ali's office.
Yeah, that's sometimes how it feels. So, Ari looks at you and then says, "It's a mine. You know, I don't know what time it is now, but I venture that in a few hours, people are going to start arriving for the morning shift, eh? But no one comes down here. They know. Everyone knows. You don't come down here."
Right. So we could sleep, for example, for say 8 hours. I say sleep, I obviously don't sleep, I'm a robot, but I could reboot for 8 hours. Or actually, but you two maybe. Uriel needs to sleep for 8 hours.
Fine.
So he slows us down.
One day, you will see. One day.
I've guarded this entrance for hours and hours on end. I've been down here 16 hours, 20 hours at a time. I've never seen the soul apart from our people.
Right.
Harry, where are you from?
I was born not too far from here, in a town on the borders, very close, on the borders of the crater.
Maybe you should go home.
I think I should. May I?
Ari, it has been pleasure interrogating me today. I am very glad that you are alive and uninjured. Thank you for your time and information.
Please leave your feedback in the box as you leave.
Ari scrambles to his feet. He looks almost... He can't believe his luck. You're really letting me go. You weren't lying. And he sort of backs away and puts his hands together in a sort of prayer and starts nodding. Thank you.
Harry, you must be nice to people. You have to be nice to people from now on.
So nice. You've shown me the error of my ways. Thank you so much. Goodbye. And he legs it off through the tight tunnel, and he's gone. You just hear his footsteps in the distance, and then just in the distance.
Now that he's left the room,
Now
that he's left the room, do you want me to go and kill him?
No, Tenebra says we shouldn't.
Oh, I said he'd leave the room alive, but I could go kill him now if you want.
Oh, that was very sneaky.
Why would you want that?
Well, do you really think he's not going to tell anyone?
They are all down there.
Yes, I didn't check whether I believed him, at the time. I didn't sort of run any scans or, some might say roll the dice. But I tended to believe him.
He is gone now.
Alright, fine. Right, now we just got to decide what to do with this one.
Well, Ari said we should
really...
kill her, and she did attack you with a chainsaw, so...
We do need to work out how these artifacts work. Maybe we could use her as a test subject.
That sounds... like something I guess we could do.
Well, we've got to determine the efficiency...
Take the chainsaw away.
Well, we've got to determine the efficiency of this machine. I'm going to go...
Yes, Infinity, you reach out You reach out and just slowly take the chainsaw out of her hand.
Just in case she wakes up, you know?
Uriel, do you really need your belt back? If we were to, at some point, leave her here with belt.
I would quite like to have the belt back, I will not lie. It's quite breezy.
Maybe I can look...
It's a belt. It's a very long belt. I'm very impressed every time.
I'm pretty sure it counts as one item.
Maybe I will go have a little look around, and before we wake her up, we'll find mining equipment for tying. They have that, right, in the mine?
Where the digging at?
Talking through our masks as well.
Interesting you bring that up. Here, in this part of the cave, the dust actually hasn't gathered in the same way. So, obviously, you have been talking through your this entire time, but if you wanted to take them off, you would probably be alright.
Infinity Threats would have sounded so much better in the Bane voice.
We can take off these rebreathers.
I'm going to go and look for rope. You can ask lady questions without hurting, and
all right, if you want to go and look for something, that's fine. I'll ask her some questions.
Maybe Tenebris. Tenebris, have you seemed good with people? I can't think in my head.
I'd say she's on a scale of -5 to +5, probably about 3.
No.
About a 3 better than me.
Emily knows. I'm trying to think if Infinity you talk to people successfully at all.
In the bar, we used her. We've definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tenebris, you're sort of, living, and you know how to do these things better than I could. Maybe you should talk to her.
Oh, all right. I can do that. I will ask nicely questions, and I will not hurt her. I will only ask nicely questions.
We're not hurting her.
I will not hurt her.
I'm going to pick up the
She attacked Uriel with a chainsaw, and I didn't like it.
But the job, that is not the job. My job is digging, not hurting. I was very clear at start. I said,
with all due respect, I don't care about the job. I just don't want either of you two to die. I feel like I'm here to protect you, and I will kill her if she tries to hurt you.
I'm going to pick up the artifact and take it away from her and hold it in my hand.
You die.
Maybe
Instant
before...
death.
It's warm to the touch, but nothing else happened.
Maybe before all of this, we find somewhere permanent to stay. Because this route is only route to super secret artifact place where super bad guys come in and out.
Well, Ari said no one came by this way.
Except for our lot. The miners do not come here. Ranak's gang come through here.
Where's the mine? If this isn't the mine, the bit that's
There are lots of
underground.
other tunnels.
They're big tunnels, and you have to mine in big tunnel and up there.
Oh,
Yes.
the hologram, I remember. Yeah.
Yes, but in big mine, even though there might be jobs and might be working, maybe we can find somewhere that is not used so much, that is looking very dusty, and people do not frequently visit.
Yes. The other thing is, Raunak clearly sent a message to this lady, and she did not reply.
I'm gonna look for the communication device.
He did preface it. Well, part of the message said, if you're dead, then something about thorns in his side, I can't remember. He was aware of the possibility that she might be dead.
Yes, but it would be better for us, surely, if he thought she was fine.
Tenebris, you, without any bother really, you flip over the body of this woman, and you see attached to her waistband the same slate that you saw on Darrex's form.
Hello? I do not know how these things work.
No, they just appeared with the last
Very
one.
strange. I'm gonna put it in my jacket pocket.
All right.
Let us scout other places to spend night. While we have time now before morning shift.
But if she wakes up while we're asleep, then that's definitely bad news.
No, we scout, we find place, we ask her questions.
Also,
She cannot move.
Yes, well, also, I can sleep for 4 hours and then Tenebris can sleep for 4 hours or vice versa while you sleep
We can watch
for
her.
8 hours.
But we need someone first thing first. We need somewhere safe to be, somewhere safe to ask and to watch and everything. And I do not think here is it.
All right, then let's scout out somewhere to stay, and then we'll come back and we'll have a chat with her.
Okay, so which of you is leaving? So as I understand it, are you all going and you're just going to leave her there while you scout out? Some of you are staying to keep watch on her. Who is going out to do the scouting?
I'll stay here
I'll
and
scout.
keep an eye, and I'll let the other two.
And I'll scout in a different direction, and then Infinity and I can take 2 different ways, and we're basically looking for, either a mine shaft that is clearly no longer being actively mined, or a supply closet type room that, because you said there's dust everywhere, so hopefully we can tell.
Yeah, we do
Where the
like
paths
those
are.
places, so all...
You exit the cave, you go out, and actually the first cave that you came into, the one which was just down a slight slope, where the hologram actually was, there's lots of recesses and places in this cave. In fact, there's a little alcoves moving off, and even some of the beginnings of small tunnels, and bits of slabs of rock jutting out that provide even darker shadows beneath them. In fact, many places just outside where you are, where you could probably be confident that you wouldn't be seen unless someone was specifically trying to find you, and even then.
Tenebris is gonna just sort of stroke the rough stone affectionately. This is much better rock.
Yes, you feel the smoothness under your skin familiar.
Okay, we'll head back, and Uriel, can you we have found place. Can you carry this lady, please?
Yeah, I can carry it. And what? So the idea is, just so that I'm clear, we're going to do 4 hour sleeping shifts. I sleep through, and you guys are going to do a shift of watch whilst the person is next to us. And was it Gronk or Grolk?
Remember Gronk.
Gronk. Gronk.
Like the droid. Okay.
Maybe we should talk to her before sleep.
Well, on the off chance that she does wake up and assaults us terribly, it might be a good idea to be rested before that happens.
Yes, but she will also be arrested.
She'll also be tied up, though. I feel like it's worth the risk.
Okay, we sleep first.
You drag her unceremoniously behind you, Uriel, like a sort of big sack of potatoes, just around the corner and into the deep, dark recesses of this old cave, this sort of slightly larger cave that you had originally come through. You all push yourselves into the nooks and crannies. It is not comfortable. It's hard. It's still a little damp. But, and the air, the dust here is thicker as well. Not so thick that you would have to put the rebreathers on, but
What was that
thick
you
enough
said?
to be, thick enough to be uncomfortable. You huddle in the space, the 3 of you close together, and next to the prone, tied-up body of this woman. And at this point, who's taking the first watch?
I think I probably should. Tenebris, you should go to sleep.
Tenebris and Uriel, you both lie down, resting as you can against, as much as you can against this horrifically uncomfortable slabs of stone, but the exhaustion, the sheer, the hugeness of what's just happened to you, that you just managed to escape with your lives, suddenly drops on you like a lead weight. It pulls you down into the depths of sleep, dreamless blackness. Even with you, Uriel, the friendly beep, boop, beep, boop, boop of the machine is blanketed. Infinity, you watch, you wait.
While
You start. Yes.
while they sleep, I think she just sort of looks from Uriel to Tenebris and sees like the blood and the injuries, and she like looks at this woman, and she just hears Tenebris sort of saying like, you know, we're not gonna kill her, we're not gonna hurt her, but like, so she doesn't do anything, but she just sort of sits there, and her screens all start turning into these like rolling clouds and like crackles of thunder in them, and she just sort of sits there and just keeps looking around while they sleep.
I cannot wait to not do this.
Do what?
Sleep.
Go to sleep.
Sorry.
The hours pass. Infinity. You start to hear the noise of machines turning back on. Voices distant. The mine is starting to wake up. But no one comes down this pathway. You complete your 4 hours without anything happening.
Tenebris. Sorry. Excuse me. Hello. Sorry. Hello, it's Infinite Sky. I was just wondering if we could switch now, because my power's getting low.
You will rest.
Yes.
I will look.
Tenebris. You sit cross-legged. I imagine you sitting cross-legged, but
Yeah.
straight back.
Cross-legged is tight.
Calm at last, feeling the bruises on your body, but knowing that your strength is back. You hear the sounds. Sorry.
Kind of realize that I still have like blood trickling down and like bat guano all down my.
Oh, I forgot about the shit.
And like I'm just sitting there like looking really calm and upright, and then like just start like.
You hear the sound of voices, more and more voices, shouted, jovial, playful, in the distance. The vroom of huge machinery being turned on, and the heat slowly begins to rise as the mining day gets underway. Infinity, in your shutdown, the light, the green light, comes back. Sun through something, the trickle of water. And then you all wake. And with it, you look deep inside yourselves and realize that the experiences of the last couple of days
It's finally happened!
have allowed you to level up.
We're not going to be level 1 forever! Oh my goodness!
Giggles
my
level
goodness.
2 monk. Find out about this bad boy.
Guess who's going to be a slug all day, every day?
I'm too.
On that, Ali, just as a little Infinity thing, in my head, when she was leveling up, that was like almost an upgrade being downloaded. Say whether that's right or wrong. Would you say she was able to maybe tap into a satellite of some form?
In a mine? I'm sorry. In the depths of Moria, she's like, oh, let me just get a track on that
If
satellite.
she was... Okay, I'm trying not to give away
She
too much.
downloaded it earlier.
Well,
and
no,
it's
so-
now.
She
She's
downloaded
obviously
more
been in the
RAM.
scrapyard and stuff for a while, so maybe she's sort of something has finally got enough power to reboot in.
So actually, because you are deep in the depths of the mine, there isn't really a way. You're trying to, make some sort of contact with the satellites that you know are there. But what it more feels like the defragmenting that you've been doing, right? You've been sifting through these splinters of data that are still within you, and just trying to piece something together. And this is the point where, after that sleep, or that shutdown, that reboot, you realize you come out with something new, something working, like a set of programs which will run for the first time since you woke up in that skip.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, so right, we'll call it there for the day. Unless you guys want to roll, should we roll? Let's roll hit dice right now. Let's roll. Let's do hit points.
Oh god. So it's 1d8, I believe. The monks.
For a monk.
Sounds right, but
I get key at this level.
yeah, you do.
I can unlock so many things.
Points.
Do you know how key works?
No.
And I don't want to.
I shan't. I'm gonna. Oh, I get to. Can I say what my circle's gonna be? I mean, is it a big mystery? Anyone in chat? I'll give you 10 seconds, chat, to work out what you think it'll be. I'm gonna do my hip dice.
Is there a slug circle?
There's one that I basically. The only reason I came up with this character is because I wanted to play this.
Damn it! My subclass doesn't become interesting until level 3. Boo.
Do you even choose a subclass
hit
at
points.
this level, Simon? I don't think. I thought.
Well, it's
you
in the
went
one
to
that I
level
have in
3.
mind. Sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
but you don't actually choose it yet, right?
No. But I have an idea for how I want
Manage
to play it.
HP. How do I? Oh, that's why. Sorry. I don't want fixed HP. I want manual HP. Sorry, I'm using D&D Beyond probably for the first time.
Simon, are you looking pretty like you're like?
I'm just trying to work out. I'm just trying to work out. I've got a D6 to roll for my level up hit points, and I'm just like, I hope I get a good number.
So, Bates, are you rolling or are you
So
doing it?
confused. Yeah, I am, but
I'm
it's
rolling.
being weird, and I don't know how
Risking
to
the
change it.
roll.
Yeah, I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
What's your Constitution
3.
modifier?
2. So I've got
You,
an
oh right,
extra 5.
you're quite tough.
Manage HP. Here we go.
Oh wait, hang on. Hit
I roll
dice
a
is
D8.
1d8 per monk level.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
hit points at higher levels 1d8 plus. So 1d8
Your con.
or your con, plus your con,
Yeah.
Yeah. So just roll 1d8 plus your con modifier.
and then you add that to the hit
To
points
whatever you have
currently
before.
Ooh!
I rolled an 8, motherfuckers! Guess who's the tank now, bitch?
Feel invincible.
Okay,
Slug tank.
I've got an extra 7 points. So I'm
Smash
now,
that in.
I am on 18 hit points now.
That's not right. It's not changing. Oh, I'm not good at D&D Beyond.
Yay! Tech
manage HP.
issues.
Right, well, but perhaps before we get bogged down to the minutiae,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
so
Sorry, let's just before you do that, let's just see how many has everybody got? How many does everybody get?
I rolled an 8, so I believe I should now have 20 hit points.
Nice.
But I'm just trying to make D&D Beyond tell me that.
I am on 13 hit points.
18 hit points.
That's pretty good, guys. I'll make sure I.
We're
take
slightly
that
less
into account.
squishy. Slightly squishy.
A little bit less squishy. Okay, brilliant.
Okay, amazing. We have survived another episode of Dungeons and Dragons of Science.
Barely.
Just. yeah.
This was the
Oh
one
my
I
gosh.
was scared.
And
Maybe it's 'cause
finally,
we had too much time to think about it.
yeah,
I'm
it was
just
a
pretty
long
scared
break.
too.
And we finally leveled up. So we do live stream on Twitch every week. We have recently switched to live streaming on a Wednesday evening. That's 7 o'clock in the evening UK time. So you can catch us live, or of course, as usual, on our YouTube channel, on all of the podcast places where we are.
Almost all of the podcasts.
All of the ones that we found. We have a very shiny website which basically collates all of the different places you can find us. It's rpgeeks.co.uk. And it's also got links to all our social media channels where we're at RPGeeks D&D, which you should definitely follow.
And if you want to learn more about the players, we also have character sheets for not the characters,
On the website, yes.
but bios
on the
of the
website.
players. So if you want
They're
to check that
super
out,
cute.
you can find out more about these mysterious
We
voices
are
have
you've
super
been
cute.
hearing.
character sheets. It's great.
And hey, why not join the Discord? On Simon's Discord, we have a little RP Geeks chat, and we chat about how much Ali's going to
true.
kill us.
I
And
should-
Ali very rarely reads it, so we talk a lot.
There's
We
been some
should-
fantastic memes during this
There's
episode.
also some good memes.
Love it. Absolutely
Oh.
love it.
Can I access this?
No, not anymore. You're not allowed anymore. Someone block Ali from it.
So anyway, thank you all so much for listening. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye!